up to like put his face in the screen because he always does. So
That's all right.
all right,
He's
so
a good
we are
looking kid.
yeah, he's something. So we're live right now, and Alex Pittman is here and says, "What's up, Doc?"
What's up, Alex?
He said that earlier. I don't know if he's hung around because when I set this up, it goes as pending, so people can see that it's gonna happen before we go live.
Right.
And here's Kaylee. Here's my sweet Kaylee, who is not. Kaylee had a horrible incident. I feel like Kaylee is living in a tragedy movie right now, and I can't do anything to fix it for her. She was cutting wood and had a tree limb fall on her and broke 4 ribs and dislocated her shoulder. And now she doesn't feel good. But hi, honey.
Well, hi, Kaylee. I hope you get to feeling better.
We got Lincoln and Danny. Hey, guys. Oh, Todd. Of course, Todd's been with the channel for a while. How you doing? So, you guys, I have an unexpected, unannounced guest. And now, well, see, now she told me before that she couldn't possibly have COVID because she was feeling fine and she's been vaccinated, but she just found out she was babysitting for somebody the other day. And that person was just tested positive. So she's got to go have a test tomorrow and everything. But I over medic her. Like she tells me she's not feeling well, and I start giving her the 50 questions. I'm like, all right, tell me what your heart rate is. Tell me about your breathing. I want to know.
Right.
So
right. Well, that's what you do.
That's
but
Oh,
I feel like this COVID thing, it's here to stay. Yeah, and it's best thing to do if you're healthy is go around somebody that's got it and try to get it and be over with it.
Like
it's
the old
just
chicken
like
pox.
I've had it twice now, and the first time it hurt me. The second time it was like a 2-day flu. It was really quick. So now I don't know about the Delta strain. I don't think I've had it, but I've definitely had COVID twice.
Well, by the way, so since I haven't I gotta turn this off. Since I haven't mentioned, so here's CB Tactical, who if you haven't been watching this channel, you gotta watch his reviews because I like his reviews because his humor is, I mean, if you're in the military or you're gonna get it a lot better because it's that dry, just talk, joke, talk, and if you're not paying attention, you might miss it, but it's really good. So
that's the way it is.
Yeah, but so we have become very, very quick, very good friends, just chatting and talking, and he's an awesome dude. And I'm going to show you what he sent me. If you caught the Instagram post the other day, surprise attack gifts, and this is going to be an ongoing war, I think.
Nah,
but no, he's really good people, and the coolest thing is, I think one of the reasons we get along most of all is because we speak the same language of the horse blanket patch, which is, if you haven't been in the division, you don't understand the way they ram that heritage down your throat. But it's a culture that once you're in, you're in forever. Then by the way, that's 1st Cavalry Division. If you're not familiar,
the field that can't be crossed and the river that can't be crossed.
And I always love when people say, "Oh, don't forget the horse you never rode."
Yeah, the horse you never rode.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's the jealous people. Oh, here EDC's nuts is on. So prepare for Bushcraft. Did you ever, Jonathan? Did you ever see the Bushcraft Spice Wallet from
Yes,
from
yes, I did. Okay. Yes.
So his favorite thing to bring up is my ridiculous. It was probably my first drunk unboxing. My ridiculous response. Over-the-top response to the Bushcraft Spice Wallet, because I really did sort of lose my mind a little bit over that. It was something special.
I would normally have a beer here drinking it, but our refrigerator only holds so much.
This is my Kinko Healthy Shake. I've just transferred it from the bottle into my Troll Tears glass because I wanted to. You know what? I thought I totally underestimated how much was in that bottle. I thought like I was going to mix a double. It's the whole thing, the whole pint glass. It's I had no idea that little bottle held that much. So
what flavor is that?
this is red. I was going to do red and purple together. This is just red with a little bit of pineapple juice and water. So, hey, but yeah,
I
see
thought
now
about trying them.
they're not bad. You know what? I've really narrowed down now to just the peach, the red, the crimson, the purples. My flavor palette has really just gone to. I like these ones a lot, and the other ones are okay, but so using the Spice Wallet at scout camps and family camps, I'm totally down with. But I don't see the Bushcraft Spice Wallet as a survival tactical item at all. I do like when we threw the idea around for some medical supplies that you could fit in there or a fire starting kit, but you're still stuck with glass vials out in the field, which is never a good idea.
Yeah.
But the four spices.
Speaking of fire starting kits, do you mind if I kind of
you're here, man?
Plug my new business.
Do what you do. You're here.
So me and my wife, we decided we were going to try to go into business for ourselves. And so we've become a dealer of quick survive fire starters. Oops, there it is.
I have not. I don't think I've seen those.
Well, you're going to get some. So I'm going to send you a bunch. This is a 12-pack right here. And they burn for 10 minutes at 750 degrees. They're waterproof. You can drop them in the water, get them wet, pull them out, and they'll light. And they light with strikers. And you can relight them multiple times, and they will burn wet wood. So
that sounds really cool.
I'm going to send you out this is what I'm going to send you out. Let me get it. A 50 canister.
Okay.
So you'll have a bunch. This is 30-year shelf life.
Nice.
And then you'll get our strikers and a torch, which is basically a lighter. And what else? My wife ain't here, so it's a bunch of stuff. So we have a 62-in-1 kit, which is like a 62-in-1 medical kit, survival kit with some of these fire starters and stuff in it. It's got bandages, scissors, stuff like that, you might need for medical purposes. All this stuff, I'm going to send it out to you, Doc, and let you test it out and see what you think. Me and my wife are the only dealers of this in like 12 states.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're pretty excited about it. We got our first show we're doing this Saturday. And so, yeah, I'll be putting the links in all my videos, and then I'm going to link it to my Instagram as well. But we just did this week. We finalized it this week and got our inventory. So
make sure you send me links too.
Oh, I will.
When you send it to me. So while we were talking, we got, let's see, who showed up? Karsten, me with knives, Daniel. Hey guys, what's going on? Just saying hi, and Jesus from Chile. So that's cool. And Kurt, I'm glad that these are Kurt. You're still in the recovery center. It's not a 12-step recovery center. It is a medical. I should say that it is a long-term medical. Yes,
it's a physical recovery center.
Yes, I just realized as the words came out of my mouth. Yeah. So I'm glad that this is cool for you. Hey, so I guess you know what I was gonna. Now that we're here on this together, I was gonna not say anything about it for a while, but the two of us, me and Jonathan, we're gonna be taking a cool trip in April.
Yes, we are.
To Knife Mecca. Oh boy, that's gonna piss some people off. To the homeland. Well, Daniel, we haven't announced the winner yet of the giveaway, but we're gonna get to it. And it's because CB here is awesome. Oh man, I've got a lot of.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he is. So
no, I'm not.
This is purely because of his logistics. But come April, and it's going to be right around my birthday too, which is like not even planned. It's just the way it's lining up. We are going to be heading to Smoky Mountain to go to the Knife Works, and we're going to be doing some videos. And well, we hope we're going to be doing some videos in the shop, in the store. But we're going to be heading out to Smoky Mountain Knife Works for the first time in my life. I'm so excited. Like that's one of the places that all knife nuts have to go to. And
yeah, it's a pretty cool place. It's 3 levels, but it's like 2.5 really, because the bottom level kind of drops down a little bit. But like
Todd
they
says,
have
bring a large
everything.
wallet.
Large wallet, large.
Yeah. Then you're going to the New York Knife Show, but relocated, right? Soon?
Yes,
sometime?
the New York City Knife Show they have in New York every year. They decided that New York City has too many vaccine and face mask mandates for them, and so they moved it to Nashville, and it's going to be November 18th and 19th. And I'm probably going to do a video about it.
Large Marge sent me. We'll say that when we walk in the door. Yeah, see, he beat me to this. When Todd said bring an extra large wallet, I was going to say I'll just fill the Bushcraft spice wallet full of cash and show up with that. But yeah, I want 2022 is going to be my year to get to Blade Show. Blade Show and SHOT Show.
Well, if the New York City show is continued in Nashville, you can just come stay with me and we'll go down there.
See, this is why he's awesome. See, guys, I said so. Yeah, I have to get to a Blade Show. And it must happen.
Yeah, because they're all going to be there. Microtech, they'll have their table set up. Marathon, of course, that is Microtech, but everybody and anybody that is a blade maker will be there.
Yeah, that is how the story of the excuse me, the Spyderco smock.
Yeah,
that's how the magic story of how that knife got produced was Smock, small custom knife guy, showed up with one of his renditions on a Spyderco knife and went to the Spyderco table and was like, I just want to show you guys this. And they were like, that is so awesome. We're in business. Let's produce one of your designs.
right.
And there's Kaylee. What's wrong, honey? I asked her offline if she had a fever, but now she says, Kaylee says, anyway, so she's just miserable right now. People, yeah. So we had a fun time playing Minecraft earlier today, though. I stayed home with Aiden. So the way the schools are here in Southeast Pennsylvania, I'm just going to tell you, if your kid goes to school and he has so much of it as a sniffle, they're going to send him home and they're going to demand a doctor's note to let him back in. Say he's not sick. Well, why is he yelling at you? You want to text me, or you can keep putting it right here if you want. So Aiden has been a little congested and was coughing, and but no fever, no other symptoms of anything. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna go to the shop. I'm gonna get all involved in a project because we've got some cool stuff going on right now. Did you see this? Can you read that? I don't know if you can read that on your screen.
Well, you know what? That's all right, because I was playing video games in the 90s.
Yeah, we could be Double Dragon. How about that?
That's right.
How are you going to get one faster than tomorrow? He's stupid. Give me his number. I'll talk to him. I don't like people messing with my woman. So anyway, I was like, we're doing some really cool stuff. I'm not going to talk about the shop stuff now, but when you got to come here, I got to take you to Patriot Armory. I got to walk you through there and show you some of the stuff that we do.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah, the 43, now I get it. It was a woman's pistol, but the work that y'all did on it, Doc, it was really good, man.
I had to do it all again. So I'm going to finish. I'm going to tell you about that in a second because I had to redo the whole thing yesterday, and I'll tell you why. So anyway, he's had a little bit of a dry cough, a little congested, but nothing else. So I just ended up keeping him home from school today because rather than go to the shop and get into stuff and then have to go pick him up and then have to take him to a doctor and blah, blah, I was like, you know what? Stay home, drink vitamin C, drink orange juice, take vitamin C, and then go to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
It was just easier. It's actually easier to keep him home for a day than. So I've been home all day, and me and Kaylee played video games together and stuff. And anyway, so that Glock 43, the fairy unicorn princess gun. I change the name of it every time I talk about it. So that was done with. So the base coat colors for that were called One Hit Wonder, and they're made specifically for Hydrographics. So it's the seafoam green, and then the Muddy Girl pink faded into it, and then it's okay. There are no, like I was just telling Jonathan before this, the topics on these live streams go all over the place. I'm going to complain about Bill and Ted Face the music later. It's all right. And then I did the Hydrographics, the flames, the black and white flames, and then I gave it the sparkly coat. Okay. Then Darren gave it a cerakote clear over, top coat to protect it all. Well, that needs to be cured in the oven at 300 degrees.
Okay.
Well, apparently that amount of heat changed the base coat colors from seafoam green to yellow and from pink to orange. So
yeah, that's no good.
I had to take the whole thing back to the sandblaster, blast everything off of it, go back to square one, remask, replug all the holes. I mean, so we redid the whole thing yesterday, and now we're out of the air cure cerakote because nobody really wants it because it takes 5 days till you can do anything with it.
Right.
Like it's dry to the touch in 24 hours, but full cure strength is 5 days.
Sure.
So we had to order. I mean, so it's just like, yeah, it's a pain. But so that's the kind of stuff that goes on. And I didn't want to get caught up in the middle of a project and then have to come pick him up and then come back 2 days later and like figure out where I'm at. We got some really cool new hydrographic films in to mess with. Hey, Gritman, how are you doing? Gritman77 is here.
Going to gunsmithing school, I kind of been looking into all that. And, as far as like the hydrographics and then like Duracoat, I can do that. It's just I don't have the money or the means right now to buy ovens to do the Cerakote. That's kind of why I'm not really stressing over Cerakote learning it. But
yeah, I mean, and Duracoat and Cerakote's not that different. It's just getting really good. Cerakote, when you put it on thicker than say 1 or 2 mils thick, you get problems with it curing right. So
I get you.
It's that you can theoretically put it on with a regular airbrush. I used to do Duracoat with a regular airbrush, but you really need to use the actual spray gun for Cerakote. And it's just technique. It's
Yeah.
And the oven is right. You need that. Hey, David Green, hello. You need the I gotta get David Green. David Green sent me some awesome bags to check out, some current bags, and UPS has completely, I don't know where they are. And Kaylee, check your Instagram messages. And I gotta either replace them or just give him money. And I don't think I can replace the bags. Like I send them back UPS and they just vanished. More likely somebody opened the box and took them out.
Well, I opened the internet on my phone today, and I seen where they said that the USPS is about to get real slow, and it's going to cost more.
Right.
And I'm like, well, they're real slow now.
Yeah.
You know? So what's different?
Right. Like they said that they said first class mail is going to take, so long. And I was like, what are you talking about? Priority mail already takes longer than that.
Right.
What are you kidding me?
Well, look at OCD. Most of his packages are going down to Texas before they go back up to him.
I know. Well, the one you sent me took how long? 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks for first class mail. And that's ridiculous. Kayla, I'm here. I'm listening to you. I got my phone here so you can message me. Do you want me to get you a bear? She wants a bear. Do you want a real bear? Do you want a bear skull? We have bear skulls in the shop. Hunters love to get their skulls hydrographic dipped. I don't know why. I thought you just get a skull and put it on the wall. It's craziness. I mean, I just didn't know that they do that.
Yeah, that's a big thing now, the European mount where they just do the skull instead of like the skin, the eyes, and all that. And so, and there's also what they call the iron skull, where you just use the antlers. And I could see hydro dipping the iron skull, but teach their own. Everybody likes different stuff, and the hydrographic skull could be cool if you pick the right pattern.
That's the thing. Like what I don't understand is Dave's here. That's Dave. People will they'll get a buck, and then they will have us dip it in a pattern of deer skulls on the deer skull. And I'm like, what kind of crazy ass Inception thing are you going for?
Right.
Now I understand if they want to do it in a lot of people around here wear mossy oak camo, for the hunting or whatever. So they'll want to dip it in the camo that they wear or something like that.
Right.
Or this American flag pattern that's really cool or something like that. But why do you need to dip your deer skull in deer? I mean, it's or it's just really, really weird.
That's hilarious.
So, I don't know.
Sorry, I hate to keep getting a drink, but it's kind of hot in this room.
Yeah, I get it.
I had to turn the air off so y'all wouldn't have to hear it. It's right here on top of me. So here's something that I want to bring up that you did the other day on one of your videos.
Oh, go ahead.
Barrel and blade video.
Is this going to embarrass me?
No, it's not going to embarrass you. But I kind of agree with you about the dune.
Yeah.
It's a cool little knife, but as a neck knife, it's kind of big. And the problem that I had with mine
I happen to have it right here in front of me.
The problem I had with mine where you didn't is I had a burr from all the way from the back to the tip. I mean, and it wouldn't cut hot butter. I'm telling you. And I was so disappointed in this thing. Well, I put it on the sharpener, and now it's all right. I'm still gonna give it away, but I noticed yours didn't have the burr, and I noticed a couple other people's that got it didn't have the burr, and this thing was bad. It was bad.
I'm not happy. Hey, Sunshine, I just noticed that Sunshine is here. Rachel's here. Let's get the Sunshine health report while we're chatting too. Let's see how you're. Oh, here you go. That's for you. She likes your accent.
Well, hey, I'm from Kentucky, and I lived in Colorado for a while, and I run into a guy that was moved out there from Alabama, and he was like, "Man, where are you from?"
Yes.
And I'm like, "Kentucky."
I would.
And he's like, "Man, I'm from Alabama, and I'm not as country as you." So, that's just me.
I feel like a guy with your accent has to be up top on the 240. It's just required to hear you talking on top of the machine gun. I don't know why.
Well, that's what I had in my tank. I was the loader, so I had a 240 Charlie, and then a 120 millimeter main gun.
Yeah. See, now here's the funny part. So I mentioned that we both wore the same patch. We even went to basic, not at the same time, but we even went to basic at the same place because I went to basic as a 19 Delta. He went to basic as a 19 Kilo, where we were actually I don't know if they still did, where we are instructed that we hated each other because scouts and tankers at Fort Knox do not get along.
Yep.
for some reason.
Yep.
But that's like, two sides of the same coin, kind of. But anyway.
So, the scouts, they do a 20K final ruck march, and 19 kilos, we only had to do a 15. Well, when I went through basic, my drill sergeants, they were pretty hardcore, and they were like, marched us and marched us and marched us, and we were like, golly. And it felt like I'm 32 years old going through basic training, and my knee felt like it was about to just fall off. And my drill sergeants, when we got done, they were like, how'd y'all like it 25K? We was like, what? 25K? They were like, yeah, we ain't letting no scouts outdo us. I was like, great. But hey, I tell you what, everybody loves a 19 kilo in the winter.
No, I'm sure. Yeah. And then I can't describe how much I hate the inside of a Bradley. There are not words.
Yeah.
For how much I hate, especially when you're a dismount, right? Because when you're actually part of the crew, it's like your vehicle, and when you're the dismount, yeah, technically you're part of the crew, but you're not. You're
meant to leave it.
Yeah, you're like your job. You have two jobs: get the hell out and go do stuff on your feet, and track maintenance. Like those are the only two reasons you exist. And maybe the only thing I hate more than being inside of Bradley is track maintenance. But I think everybody hates that.
I got lucky. The whole time I was in, we never had to change track on a Abrams.
Oh, God.
The whole time. Now, I had to change a pack. I had to change the engine one time, but never had to change the track.
Ugh.
When we were going through basic, we had it was during winter, and we had this road course we had to do on asphalt, and I used to drift around the corners, around the curves and stuff in the tank, and the sergeant, he'd be like, Baldwin, he's like, you know what, if you throw track, I'm gonna make you do it by yourself.
Nice.
And I'm like, no, I can't do that. That's too much for one person.
Hey, Tactical Ape, I'm just curious. What company did you go through at Fort Sam? Just curious. Because I didn't stay a scout. So I originally started as a scout, and then there was this big shortage of medics. I told you this story. I've told most people the story. They discovered that they had this giant shortage of medics. And then they were like, Alpha 232. Okay, so I went through Charlie 232, the Charlie Cougars. Oh, I still have that whole thing memorized. And then they were like, all right, so you could be a medic. And like they went through, I guess, ASVAB and whatever else. And they were like, you could be a medic, and you could be a medic, and you could be a medic. And so I went to Fort Sam, and I became a combat medic. And they sent me right back to Bravo 27, except, now I was at HHC instead. And of course, we were the only, at that time, that was before they did the whole brigade combat team and everything. We were the only battalion and company. Everybody else was squadrons and troops in the regiment. I don't know why. But so we were like it was weird. But so like, instead of, I was just right back in the same place, and they were like, oh, fuck you, a medic. We know what you can do. Put that medic pack on top of all your other stuff. And,
right.
Go on out. And of course, most people don't understand that there are medics who wear the Red Cross armband and don't do anything else. But that when you're in a line unit, you carry your rifle. You don't touch crew served weapons, or sometimes you do. But I mean, you don't, as long as you don't claim that Red Cross protection, you do everything everybody else does until somebody else dock up, and then you slide in with your aid bag and do your thing.
Right.
And, so that was, I mean, it was, but then I got, did my time there, got promoted, and then I went to combat support hospital unit for a little while, it was literally like living in an episode of MASH.
Yeah.
I could not believe how the medical corps stereotypes were for real in an actual hospital unit, where you have an E5 walk up to like an O5 and be like, "Hey Jerry, what are we doing today?"
Right.
And I want to like slap him in the face and be like, "You call him Colonel Mendelsohn right now." But yeah.
Yeah. They man, that's the one group of guys we really respected a lot in our unit was the medics, because they carried a lot of gear and they were humping just as much as you were. So in the same battle rattle, you know what I mean? So
Sunshine, I did
they
not
got
pick that
super
first.
respect from us.
It was kind of forced on me at first.
Right.
But then that's what I ended up doing the rest of my Army time as, and was in some cool units. And then I volunteered in 2003. I ended up with an AGR slot with a reserve military police company up in New York, and then volunteered. Back, you know the answer to this, Kurt, and you're just setting it up. So
in some countries, that's a target.
Yeah, we learned in Fort Sam Houston, which is where the Army does all the medical training, that the Russians and all their little client states, medics are the number 3 sniper top priority behind officers, radio operators, and then that Red Cross.
That is absolutely true.
No, they do not respect that everywhere. Once I was a medic, I loved it, and then I got a chance to become. Well, this is going back a ways. So back then, the medic MOS was 91 Bravo, which I understand it's not anymore. She is so. Then I got to train as a 91 Charlie, which is an LPN, which was cool, which let me do a lot more stuff, especially in the battalion aid station, or a hospital. But, I wanted to stay out in the field, which is why I volunteered to go back. And then, that's it. But that still, even in the field, under the direction of like a PA or something, I still could do more stuff, give more drugs and everything. So I really enjoyed being a medic, but then, I met those cool PJ types in Baghdad, and I was like, oh, I finally figured out what I want to do when I grow up. And turns out that's really hard to do. So I ended up calling in close air support instead, but still.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. After I got hurt, I ended up, so we had Air Force units on 5 Diamondback in Mosul. I was on 5 Marez. And so they would take off Predator out of 5 Diamondback. And after I got hurt, I worked in my talk, and I directed Predator for about 6 months in the talk. That was pretty cool. Seeing firefights at night from Predator.
You have linked to we called it the Predator porn. With all the different color channels like that you could watch. Like each Predator feed, maybe because we're Air Force and we're just a little bit better. I don't know. But so we had every Predator that was up, their specific feed was a color. So we'd be like, hey, you guys got to watch what's going on blue, And so we could swap over and see what's going on blue. And then we could see like, oh, blue is following these guys, and it was actually pretty cool. So we could so you could see the one that you're working with, or you could just see everybody, whatever else is going on. What's up, Mr. Martin? I knew he'd show up eventually. Come on. You want to come hang out? Oh, just keep this. I'll keep this chair in case he wants to come and join us. So, UAV stuff was fun. I had a string of Scan Eagles that either crashed or got shot down like every day that I was working with. And so on my little headset, I have a bunch of little silhouette UAVs.
Well, we had a patrol that was chasing these guys out in the desert, just out in the middle of the desert. And there was like a collection of mud huts out in the middle of nowhere. And so they chased them up in there, and they were in MRAPs and Humvees, and they didn't really want to dismount because they didn't know what was going on in the buildings, But we found these guys on Predator. They were hanging out in this trailer behind the village. Well, all of a sudden you see them just dark, and it's dark. It's like midnight over there, and you see like 5 of them dart out into the middle of the desert and call up, "Hey, Viper One, Warhorse Main, they're going out in the desert. You better go get them." It's pretty wicked how well it worked.
Yeah. I mean, when you can see at night and they can't, it's I don't want to use the word fun, but it definitely makes it feel a lot more powerful.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What's up, Ethan? How you?
He's reading the chat.
All right.
Yeah.
So, in 2009, when I was in Mosul, we were in an up armored Humvee. I was on gate guard one night. I got picked for gate guard this certain week, and we were in this up armored Humvee, and an earthquake hit. Well, there was like a squad of Ugandans that were.
The Ugandans, boy, did they want to. The Chow Hall was the safest place in Iraq when the Ugandans were guarding it.
Well, we had them bomb bunkers next to the gates, and this was at night, and me and my sergeant, we were sitting in the Humvee, just sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden the Humvees just started rocking back and forth pretty hard, like people outside, rocking the Humvee.
Are you talking about me?
No.
Come to find out, it was an earthquake. So the Ugandans, we didn't see them at all. Like they were all up in the bunker, the bomb bunker, and they finally come out. But war is not good. But I had a lot of good times. A lot of times it was kind of funny, over there. So
yeah. Those are, I think, I forget about little details, and you brought up the Ugandans. The Ugandan guards, their contribution to the war effort were some of the scariest people I've ever seen in my. I'm so glad they were on our side.
Oh yeah, and they only got like $200 a month to fight with us.
Really?
Yeah.
Me and my buddies always, we try to make conversation with them now and then. And this one, oh look, see that says, "Hey Ethan, buddy." This one time, here's one that says that's to you too. My friend said, like, "So how did you how'd you end up, with this gig over here?" And this guy, totally straight faced, must have been 7 feet tall, 300 pounds, looks right down at us and goes, "In my country, I've been fighting wars since I was 9 years old."
And that's true, probably.
And we're like, he's not kidding at all.
So the ones we got, they had one of the cats, he was really serious, and he was like, "How do I leave my country and join your army?" And so I'm like, "I don't know, man," and he's like, "Well, I make $200 a month to fight here." And he's like, "I don't think that's good money." And I was like, "No, dude, that ain't very good."
We make that in hazard pay.
Right. And
so
I did some research, and I found I found the forms that he needed to fill out to be able to, like, try to join our military, and like he was so grateful the whole time I was there. "Hey Baldwin, how you doing? Hey Baldwin," and so he was a really nice guy. And that's the thing about the military. You know, I had a sergeant. I couldn't tell you his last name. I was with him for 4 years almost, and couldn't tell you his last name because it was so long. We all called him Sergeant G, and he was from Haiti, and he'd been deployed 6 times with our military and still didn't have a green card.
That's crazy.
I know.
Hello, buddy, Doc.
So the last
Yeah,
time
it's me.
that we deployed was his last time. He had to go back home. His work visa was over.
That's crazy that he's got a work visa for the Army.
I know.
And he's got it here. Can I put you on this for a minute? You can try one, sure. That's just insane. You know what I realized? We gotta give away a knife on this thing.
All right.
I'm gonna let you pick the magic number. Because I don't, and you know what? I don't even have the knife in front of me. I put it somewhere very safe in this house. But it's the cool, little Benchmade.
The clone?
The clone, the not 940.
Yeah.
And I just realized, well, I'm having a lot of fun just talking and stuff, but I want to make sure we do this so we don't forget about it. And then we can just go back to other stuff. You don't like it, Ethan? Oh. So, listen, we have a total of 138 individual entries into this giveaway thing. And Tank joined us while we were talking. Hey, Tank. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to just pick a random number. Now, yes, your name is in this because you entered, but you have no idea where it is on the spreadsheet. So
okay,
I'm swearing to everybody that he has no idea where his name is. Because
I didn't even know we were doing anything like this. So.
Yeah, I just put everybody's name in some order on this spreadsheet.
I tell you what, since I'm picking the number, if it happens to be my number, we'll just throw it back in the pot and pick another one.
Well, or you know what we could do is, Kaylee, are you still? Normally I have Kaylee pick the numbers, but she seems really stressed, and I don't want to put more stress on her. And Sebastian's here. Sebastian is my buddy in Mexico City, who's going to get me the world's finest Mexican food one day when I get down there. Kaylee, sweetie, honey, are you here? Or I don't want to put it on her if she's already fighting with a landlord instead. That's why she just needs to move here in this house.
There you go.
Yeah, but all right. Why don't you just go ahead and pick a random number between? You could pick 1 or 138 or anything in between.
68.
68. Okay. Sunshine, I see you volunteering to pick one. You're going to have to pick something next for a minute. Let me share my screen so we can see who is number 168.
No, 68.
Oh, 68. Yeah, that's right. 68. Sorry, 68. And we are going to share. And number 68 is Alan. It's just Alan. One second, Ethan. Let me do this real quick. So, Alan, if you are watching, whoever you are, Alan,
congratulations.
You won the 940. And I'm going to put 940 next to here. Now, Sunshine. I have to stop sharing. Sunshine, do me a favor. Pick another random number that is not number 68 because I got over 100 people entering, and we got this cool knife from a viewer. This is the Revolt thing. I forgot the name of it, honestly. I keep forgetting. And it comes with the Ready Man fishing card deal. So we're gonna do a double giveaway just because there's more than 100 people. If there's more than 100 people, I like to do a consolation second place. This one needs a little oil. I'll give it to him. Sunshine, go ahead. Pick number 12. She already picked. Number 12. Let's see who's number 12. Let's share this again. Share screen. Why is it not letting me share this again? Hang on one second. I can do electronicalness. What is it, Ethan?
Look
Oh, you got a Squid Game.
No, this is Tasty Planet Forever.
Oh, Tasty Planet Forever?
Yeah.
Number 12. You're kidding. Okay. This was not set up in any way.
Oh, hey. Okay. So Ethan needs to pick a number.
Are you really
Yes.
gonna give it up? This was legit.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I don't want. Yeah. I don't want nobody to feel like it's rigged or
Okay. Well,
anything.
I still have to get you back for the gift war anyway.
You ain't
Ethan,
getting me back.
I told him about taste it.
First, you have Ethan pick a number between 1 and 138. Just pick any number. And he's not even looking at the screen. Just pick a number. Any number.
11.
11? Okay. Andrew Stevens. Oh, that's cool because Andrew's been watching this channel for a long time.
Well, congratulations, Andrew.
Andrew Stevens gets the Revolt. So we're going to put that on there. All you guys got to do is get in touch with me, and it's yours, and I'll ship it out. And that's cool. Aaron R. Hello. So I think I already have the 940 already packaged up, which is why I don't have it. But Andrew Stevens, you got this guy. And so for everybody who did not win, please don't get disappointed or anything. We're doing a giveaway every single month because I have so much stuff in this house that needs to be given away. We're also going to be doing more than just knives. We're going to be doing some random gear. We're going to be doing some Olights. I got a lot of Olights. The Bushcraft Spice Wallet drawing, I think it's just going to be you and Dave entering for the Bushcraft Spice Wallet. So, I don't know. But, all right, I want to get that done. Yep.
Hey, Doc, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send an extra pack of the Quick Survive, and you can give that away to somebody, too.
I will do that, too. Hey, now, since we're talking about giving things, let me show you what this man sent over, just because he's cool, because he knows about my obsession. And these are not cheap. He just did these because he's cool. Sunshine, that would be awesome. Although I want to eat your custom MREs because you make good stuff.
Don't tell nobody, but I sold my wife's car. That's why I bought them.
He said, it will be mine. Dave, I need to enlist your help in a project. Karsten, thank you for this. And again, all the donations that people make on these, they go straight into like paying for giveaway stuff. Just don't use UPS. No, David, I gotta get you replacements for stuff. So anyway, Chester, thanks for stopping by in Finland. Finland, some of my favorite YouTubers are from. Oh no, they're from Norway. Never mind. Okay, so look at this guy. Now I forgot the names of these. I know this is the Cryo.
That's the Foos.
The Foos. This thing is awesome. So they're both concepts. So you know they're not cheap. But this guy right here is a nice little EDC size, but it's slip joint. So it's like so fidgety fun because you just dupe. And I love this thing. I'll let you tell them about your Squid Game in a minute. I love this. And then I was actually about to buy this one too. This was on my paycheck list, my Amazon cart that now has like $900 worth of stuff in it, and I'm only going to buy like a third of it anyway. So this is the Cryo, and they're both jade. Dave, I'm going to text you after this or call you with the details of a project. But I do have to get you your splint. Yeah, the scales on these are beautiful. And the lighting in here kind of sucks. I got to get better pictures of these. They're just gorgeous with the jade and everything. And when you hold this one up to the light, which you can't really see that well right now, but wait, I can solve that.
You got an Olight.
I have an Olight with me right here. You can actually see.
Oh yeah.
You can see. Sorry, it's too bright. You can see the liners behind it. So it's really awesome. And he sent these just because he's cool. So now I got to get him back because we're doing this present thing back and forth. But they are beautiful, and I think I know what I'm going. But I'm not going to show it to you now because it's not here. But there's something I forgot to send in the last box to him, and something else I got to. So anyway, I think I got this one. Something else I want to show you guys you saw in a video. So the Olight Splint. I like this. It's a little smaller than I thought. Now I've heard some people say that these might have been made by With Armor, which is a great guess if you don't know the knife brand With Armor. They have some other knives that look very remarkably similar to this and the Drever. But I have talked to the dude who actually designed these. He's on Instagram. He goes by Dr. EDC. They are, in fact, it is confirmed they're made by Kaiser. Not
Kaiser. Oh,
they are made by Kaiser.
You know, I like Kaisers. You know, I got the Doman, and I mean, Kaisers are really nice knives for the price point.
They really are. And you know what? They're so you know how they have the Vanguard line, which is like a little bit price
step
friendly.
Up. Yeah.
So these are probably, I mean, if these were made by Kaiser, they'd be in the Vanguard series probably.
Right.
The materials are made of. And there are Olight haters in the world. And oh, Sunshine, are you going? I'm sorry. I missed that you're going. Have a great night and feel better.
Bye, Sunshine. Have a good night.
I've been doing a lot of research on why people hate Olight. And I've said this in the videos. It's never I had an Olight that melted or failed or whatever. It's I heard the story about the guy from somebody who told me from this guy, you know, and they all go back to the one story about the guy whose Olight didn't explode. That's what they're always saying. The guy bought batteries from a company called Nuon at Batteries Plus. Okay. Olights, because of the way they've got their cool charging thing, they've got a proprietary charging system, and it kind of reverses polarity and, you know, wormholes around Saturn and fairy dust and unicorns. But anyway, you can't just put any battery you want in an Olight. Now, that might be, I will granted that might be inconvenient for people. Okay. But because of the way they charge the batteries with their proprietary system, which they do for longer life and all this other stuff, not every battery is compatible with an Olight. So the Nuon batteries, which you're not supposed, a seed lock OTF, I do not have a seed lock OTF. The Nuon batteries actually did explode in his Olight, which he had in his mouth under a car.
Oh.
So yes, that is why that happened. Now, if you actually read the lawsuit that his family threw onto Olight, and I downloaded it. They didn't say we're suing them because of a fault here, a fault there. That lawsuit is like a dartboard that they are just throwing a dart at, hoping to hit something. There are like 150 different things, so that they just covered everything. You know what I mean? Like, every possible thing that a jury might say went wrong. Everything except this dude
was at fault.
Used incorrect batteries that should never have been in an Olight, and he put the damn thing in his mouth incorrectly using a handheld flashlight. Now, I'm not saying the guy should have died. I'm not saying that his family doesn't deserve to feel like they were made whole, but there's and you were in the military. You know, we are very strictly taught. You do things by the book because, you know, so all this hate for Olight is due because, number one, once there's a bandwagon for hating things, people enjoy jumping on the bandwagon for hating things. Yeah. And it's cool to hate things and feel superior, especially if you own if you own a Streamlight, it's really cool to say I'm better because I own the Streamlight and Olight sucks. To this day, I have not met a single person, honestly, not met a single person who says my Olight blew up or, you know, I have an Olight that doesn't work. Or on the flip side, I have literally taken an Olight on a deployment with me, and it has held up to punishment that issued stuff fell apart on. And that's why I will come to Olight's defense. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, you sent me that i5 EOS.
Yeah.
Or i3. I think it's i3. I can't remember, but the one you sent me, I got it on my keychain. I use that thing all the time now. And of course, I don't have it in front of me because my truck's at the shop. My keys are with the truck. So,
I mean, and I'm not saying you have to like Olight or you have to like anything, but if don't hate on a brand because it's cool to hate on it.
Well,
You know what? That's all I'm saying.
if you buy a comparable Surefire, it's going to be way more expensive, and I had to upgrade my Surefire to make it worth anything. I mean, like I got the G2 when I was in Iraq, and I used that on my rifle, and I dug it out of the safe and everything here not too long ago because I got a new rifle, and I was trying to just nostalgia, I guess, because I still got all the accessories that was on my rifle in Iraq. And I put it on my rifle and it wouldn't even illuminate the hallway. So I had to upgrade it just to make it worth, being able to see anything with it. And the Olights, they just work, man, and they're bright. That little flashlight you sent me, it's just a little tiny thing, well, about inch and a half long, and it's bright. That thing is bright.
It is. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm even okay. Listen, some people will say, look, I don't like to buy things made in China. Fine. That's cool. That's a better reason than I heard a horror story that happened to some dude one time. And that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, I think we just went into that because I was holding an Olight. I mean, if I didn't legitimately think that, that's interesting. If I didn't legitimately think they were safe, I wouldn't let my boys mess with them. And this is true too. But so anyway, enough with that. And there are other good light. These are actually my top three favorite light brands. Actually, as a matter of fact.
And Phoenix is a really good light brand as well.
Phoenix is. I just don't have any of them, and I should. I should invest in some.
My buddy's got one, and I've been meaning to get one because I really like his. So, I don't care what it is as long as I can see with it.
David Green, a SIG 226.
So, are you wanting like a cheap light, or are you wanting a budget light or a high dollar light?
I mean, that's a good question. I know that Darren has something. I think Darren actually has a Surefire on his. The PL Pro. I think I just gave one of my Patreon guys a PL Pro because I had an extra one. I like the PL Pro and I like the Balder series because they have integrated lasers in them that you can actually bore sight with your light. So you can have it. But again, I'm not trying to push Olight. They're the ones I'm most familiar with.
Well, as far as a budget brand, I have a Tacticon Armament Battle Torch V1 on every one of my weapons. And they're like $40. And they have two modes. They're like 240 or 50 lumens. Don't hold me to my word on that. And then it's got a strobe feature. It's not all overcomplicated like a lot of Olights and stuff that you got to click the button 5 times to get to your strobe or get it down to a low beam, or you know what I mean? It's just 2 clicks on, strobe, off. And it's like $40. Tacticon Armament.
Actually, as a matter of fact, listen, David, if you're cool with Olight, because I owe you anyway for this bad fiasco, I'd be happy to throw one of the Balders in. You can even pick red laser or green laser. I have for you. Like, I mean, I have, I think 2 red lasers and a green laser. So, but it's good bright light. You can look up on the video the review of the Balder.
Yeah, they're pretty good lights.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, don't spend money on one. Or the through night. There's a through night that they sent me that I did a comparison to the PL Pro that's still in the box. Can't you mount the M2R Warrior? You theoretically you can. You don't get all the functions of it when it's mounted to the rifle. with the little push pad. But yes, you can. They do have a mount for it. Hey, good old boy's here. Good, just in time, good old boy. This is new from Off Grid, which I'm going to be looking at soon. You're stuck. How are you stuck? Some of the best porn starts with "I'm stuck." I shouldn't have said that, but I did. Are you stuck? I don't understand.
Time to take advantage.
Like, I'll be right over. I don't know what else to say.
So is that Off Grid? What do they run?
Off Grids are really affordable. Did you see the video on the Enforcer XL?
Yes.
$89 shipped.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good looking light right there. Or knife, I mean. I'm stuck on light right now.
Yeah, no, I really, and I mean it when I say I would put that Enforcer XL up against the Benchmade 810. I really would. I can't roll up. I'll hurt my ribs. Oh, you'll hurt your ribs. Yeah. Aw, honey, this is why you should be here. Here. I would take. She's so fiercely independent. Because she's, I mean, and I love it. But at the same time, it's like, let me just take care of you. Stubborn.
That's right.
But at the same time, it's so great to know that, so like, I don't have to baby her and you know what I mean? Like, you know that feeling when like.
But don't get it wrong, Doc. Every woman likes to be babied a little bit.
She does. But she also, you know, yeah, when you wear a state police badge, it does make for some very stubbornness. Mag lights are still good. We used to, on the ambulance, we used to have Motorola therapy and mag light therapy for combative patients. And that's when you lean over just a little too far and something falls out of the holster and pop. Now lay down and be still. And they're like, did you hit them? No, something fell. Shouldn't have said that in front of a policewoman. Yeah, see, the fact that you said you ain't that stubborn means you are. She's not that stubborn. Try getting her to do a live stream with me. Yeah, talk about stubborn.
Right.
She is stubborn. But no, for real, I gotta get, so like we'll hit Smoky Mountain in April. I gotta get you farther east here because I gotta get you in the shop to just come stay for a weekend. Bring whatever platform you want all done up custom, and we'll spend a few days in the shop. Just rifle, handgun, both, whatever. We will trick that thing out, and we will coat it, and we will make it super one of a kind. Yeah, and we'll do videos of the whole thing for both channels and just have a whole lot of fun.
Heck yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Well, now we are doing some shows with Quick Survive up in Pennsylvania, so that'd be convenient.
Well, where in Pennsylvania? Do you know?
Hershey's one of them. The big show in Hershey.
It's not too far. It's really not too far.
Yeah, no, I think what is it, Carlisle? I think that's one of them.
Again, still not that far. Not that far. So we're like 40 minutes from Philly, but those 40 minutes are like night and day from the city to where we live.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, traveling, that ain't nothing to me. I can get in a vehicle and travel across the country, and you know, that's no big deal.
Yeah. I have to respond to Kaylee. Yes, I want to fight, but only right now while you have 4 broken ribs and a recently dislocated shoulder. Only right now. So
I still put my money on her, Doc.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past. She has tasers and stuff.
See, I still put my money on her.
Yeah. But so yeah, when you're up here, I mean, really, honestly, you are not going to be far at all.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll definitely come by there for sure.
Yeah, and it's kind of it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'll teach you how to do hydro, and I'll have you dip stuff.
I'll
And-
probably be in that class by then too. That'd be good.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm still planning on what I'm putting in this box in the next couple days.
So I figured out something, Doc.
Yeah.
You know the buck and bear you sent me?
Yeah. Yes.
So I figured out what the lanyard loop was for on the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's so you could pull it out of the pouch. It
Is
gets
that what
stuck in
it's
this
for?
pouch.
I never really even put it in there.
Hey, I love this pouch. It's awesome, but
The
like
leather is nice, but
it does come out with a little strain,
a little bit.
a little bit.
Speaking
So-
of pouch, forgot what I was going to say. Did I remember to put in the little cleaning cloth in a pouch?
Yes, that I told you to keep. Yeah.
No, because it comes with the
Does
the
it?
knife. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to come with a knife.
So you kept one, right? So
I
there
have
should have
one.
been two of them.
Yes. Well, there was one in the box.
Okay.
So that's why, but one came with the original shift. Yeah.
Yep.
That's I wanted to make sure you had one.
Yeah. I'd like to say something about this Microtech.
Go ahead. I haven't watched your video yet, but I saw.
Well, I've always wanted a Microtech, and I had the Benchmade Infidel, and the Infidel out of the box, it would shave your arm. It was just spear point sharp. I mean, it was an amazing knife. But
Sorry, I'm just playing with this.
no, you're fine. One of my, I don't want to say friend, but he turned into a meth head, and I didn't know it, and he stole my Infidel. I'm pretty sure it was him. And so I got this. This is a USN G12. This was 2021's USN shows Microtech serial number 42. And I got this thing, and out of the box, the Benchmade would shave you. This thing, it's got like a little sharp spot from here to about here, and then it won't cut nothing until you get about right here from here to the tip. And for the price point of it, I was kind of disappointed. And I try to give the budget companies a lot of credit because they're doing a lot with these knives for little money. And then you get a knife like this that is $300 for their base model, and it won't cut hot butter. And basically this is what my video was about. And of course, you can take it to the diamond and the strop, and you can make anything sharp. You just give it enough time and attention. But my point about it is right out of the box, just my first impressions with Microtech, I wasn't real happy. The Axial is actually a better knife as far as knife blades. Of course, I know it's a clip point instead of a spear point, but the action feels just about the same in the Axial as it does in the Benchmade or the Microtech.
The Axial really surprised me with how good it is.
It did me too.
It's a really well made, made in the USA. Just an overall really nice knife.
Yeah. In case all y'all don't know, me and Doc made a deal on these Axials. He wanted a blue handled when he mentioned it in his review of this knife, and I was like, I really like that. So me and Doc made a deal. I sent him the blue one, and he sent me his black one, and so that's how I ended up with this knife.
And it was. I mean, we're both pretty happy with it now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm real happy with that one. I carry it a lot now. I did make the quintessential knife purchases today. I got the PM2 and the PM3 Spydercos, and I got the Rat 2 to go along with my Rat 1. So, that seems to be what everybody uses to compare sizes to. So I broke down and I ordered them today.
I have to my Grail knife right now is for hold on, I'm putting a link to your channel here in the chat. And you have to get it like at crazy aftermarket prices, but the Blade HQ exclusive Spydercos, there's the Spidey Chief in jade.
Yeah.
So that's going to be one of my next kind of collector pieces that I'm going after.
I actually looked at the Spidey Chief last night.
I have the Mannix 2, I have the PM2, I have the military. I know they have a native, they have the Spidey Chief. And I wanted a Spidey Chief anyway, so I figured, if I get one, I might as well get that one. But like the other ones are just collection queens. If I get the Spidey Chief, I'm going to carry it. Like that one's going to, because it's a nice big blade.
Yeah, it seems like it's, but I've been thinking about the Paragon. Is that right? The Spyderco Paragon. It's a pretty big blade itself. I wasn't a real big fan of Spyderco, and I'll tell you why. Because I've never had the coordination to flick it out. I can't do flickers.
I don't do that middle finger flick thing. I don't.
Well,
I know a lot of people want to be cool and do that. I can't.
When we got our going gear this month, the Kube Vagrant, which I've already given it away, I sit there and messed with it for about 3 or 4 days, and I finally got my flick down. So I think I'm gonna try Spydercos now.
Hey Scott, here's a link to the right here. This is a link to the Shift unboxing, and there's a link to Axial's website with the prices. It's about one. I also have a 10% off code in there that you can use.
If you get the 20 CV, I think with your code, well, the 20 CV is 209. I do know that. And so with your code, it'd probably be what, 289?
Yeah,
$20 off.
I think they're about 180 in S35.
Yeah.
And then you can get the 20% off. But they're really cool. And David Green, yes, Rats, the Ontario Rat is a lot of knife for the price.
It is. Yeah. The D2, I mean, that's still, no, this is AUS-8. That's right. They're AUS-8. When they first come out, the AUS-8s, they were pretty expensive knives back in the day. They were like 100, 125, $30 for an AUS-8. And now you can get, the Rat for $40, $36 with AUS-8. And that's a big knife. That's a big blade.
And they come well finished out of the box.
Yeah, they're tight. I mean, I really like this thing. Of course, I like it. I like the finger choil that's in the handle. It just fits right, just ergonomically correct.
And if you want to get really crazy, I actually have it up here somewhere. If you go to, what is it, Way of the Knife? Yeah, Way of the Knife will build you like a $200 exclusive M390 Rat 1 with all sorts of fancy handle stuff. And and it's
You gotta like your rats.
You really got to like your rat one for that. But they do. I mean, they do all these custom options. I was looking at it and I was thinking of it. It's the only place you can get an M390 rat one blade. But it's just fun to look through all the options they have.
Yeah.
Samurai knife. I don't know Samurai knives. I got to check that out. There's a Samurai knives to review. Very interesting. But
what's up,
yeah,
David, I just watched
Green,
you the other day.
You should definitely check out a rat one. They're just, and here's the other thing too. If you want to get into doing like some knife mods,
there's a lot for it.
There's a lot you could do for the rat one. This question. If you'd only have one fixed blade and one folder, what would they be? Oh.
My fixed blade would be a K-bar. Because that's what I carried in the Army. I had a K-bar Tanto blade.
I don't know. I can't answer this right now. I don't know. I don't know. I have to go through all my knives and pick one. I don't know. I mean, the truth is, what I've been carrying most lately, honestly, I've been carrying the Spyderco Manix 2 in Maximet. I've been carrying that thing daily so far, like lately. But you know, I could bump my head on a wall tomorrow and totally change it to something else. I mean, there's so I don't know. I don't know.
What it is, you get an emotional attachment to them, and you know, just because you sit it off to the side, you don't forget it. You still got that attachment.
Yeah.
You know, but you get an attachment to another one. So that's a hard question.
That is a really hard question.
But fixed blade for sure would be my K-bar. It was D2 steel with
beast.
Partial separations.
Yeah.
Or serrations, sorry.
And then Kurt, we gotta figure out how we're gonna do that.
Right.
Not awful auction/raffle for the ones you made to help the cancer kids.
Yeah, those were nice knives, Kurt. I don't know if you catch me in the feed when we're talking and stuff, but when he pulled those knives out, those were really nice, Kurt.
Yeah, we gotta get on those. I gotta talk to Bob over at the I can't think of it right now, Minotaur. And I asked him originally if he had like the structure to do that, and he didn't. We got to get on that because those families still need a lot of help. So, wow, we're at almost 8 o'clock. Listen, guys, I got to throw this plug in if you didn't see the video before. So I've got the Cicada Apocalypse, like limited time merch. I got the stickers, and I got I keep saying I ordered this shirt in the wrong color. I should have gotten a little different color shirt for the text, but I got the Cicada Apocalypse shirts. I have a 10% off code for the merch store. Check out the video I posted today. It has a link to the merch store and the 10% off code because after next week, this stuff's going away, like I said, so I can like clear it out to put some new stuff on there, and only the Patreon folks will have access to these things. So people are always saying like, I don't have the money, or I can't do Patreon, but how can I help out? Just buying like a sticker or something off the merch store really, really helps. Yes, David Green, this is absolutely how I feel when people are like, what's your favorite knife? It is. Yes, I have heard of Almar knives. I know like Almar is a great designer. And here's a cool thing about Almar. So I totally blanked on the name now. Jeff Hall. Jeff Hall is a great designer. Jeff Hall kind of apprenticed under Almar, loosely termed. So if you have any knives by Jeff Hall, you have a dude who learned his stuff from Almar. And Nemesis Knives, which is owned by Jeff Hall, has recently put out, and I showed on the channel, some of his older designs that were never released before. So it's not really an Almar knife, but it's an Almar design. So you can go look for those.
It's Almar influenced.
It is, and it's cool stuff. Spice wallet stick. You know what? Yup. That's what's coming next. Spice Wallet,
The
and
curse
Llama.
of the Spice Wallet.
There is going to be a new T-shirt coming up that's guys, gals, and llamas, because I'm always saying that. Somebody suggested I have to do that. Maybe a sticker too, guys, gals, and llamas. But anyway, it's 8 o'clock. I got to go see these boys about homework and stuff. But Jonathan, thank you so much for joining. We got to do this again.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
It has been so much fun. And now you guys have seen his face. Ha ha. So,
yes, this is the first time my face has been on YouTube.
Yes, make sure you check out his reviews. It's that humor that he sneaks in when you're not expecting it. It's awesome. And he's a cool brother in the world, in this community, and everything else. Are the standard? Yes, DocP stickers are still available. I haven't taken anything off. The only ones that are going away are these summertime ones. Because I want to add new stuff. All the other stuff is still up there. So anyway, guys, as always, thanks for my special guest today. I hope we didn't reminisce about good old Army stuff too much for people, but
maybe next time it'd be more about knives.
Maybe. I'll give you, though, I want to say, as always, I appreciate everybody. You're all awesome, and I'm going to give you the final word. What do you have to say?
I appreciate y'all having me, and you've got a great group of viewers that follow you, Doc, and you guys and gals, y'all are all awesome. I appreciate y'all allowing me into your little group, and I'm having fun with this. And Doc, he's the one that helped me out getting started, and that's why I feel like I can't do enough for Doc. I love him to death. He's an awesome guy. But thank y'all for having me.
Well, thanks for being here, and we will be back again real soon.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.